Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Suhail, Assistant Professor of English from Government Postgraduate College, Atak. As we are dealing with the English grammar, and the topic for today's discussion is past participle. Students, past participles are also called the third form of the verb. And as for the use of the past participles are concerned, they have so many uses, but we shall discuss some important one. First, let me introduce in detail what the past participles are. Past participles are parts of verbs that represent the past. Let us look at examples of the three types of past participle: perfect tenses, the passive voice, and adjectives or descriptors. By the end of the lesson, you will recognize them all. A past participle is quite simply a verb that indicates an action is completed in the past. It can be used as an adjective or in a passive voice or in the perfect tense. Don't worry, we will look at examples of each that will make it all clear. Understanding. In order to fully understand past participle, we need to look at what happens to a verb to make it past tense. For a lot of verbs called regular verbs, and you know that we have discussed it in our previous lectures what the regular verbs are. You simply add ed, d or t to the end, such as help, helped, ed, weep, wept, t, work, worked. All these are called regular verbs because they undergo no other change than only a few letters are added to them and they become past or past participle. These are fairly straightforward and making them into past participle is equally easy. You need to add an auxiliary verb. Helped become have helped, had helped, has helped. Visited become have visited, has visited, had visited. Worked becomes have worked, has worked, or had worked. And you can also have so many other auxiliaries. It gets a little tricky when we look at irregular verbs. These verbs do not have simple rules, such as adding ed, d or t to make them past. These will require you to look them up to fully understand, but here are a few examples. Run, ran, sing, sang, go, went. So they all become past form. Things change again when we look at the past participle of these verbs. Run become have run or has run or even had run. Sing become have sung or had sung. Went become has gone or had gone. It can be confusing, but with a little practice you will get the hang of it, that is, you will get mastery over it. Uses of the past participle. There are three uses of the past participle that need to be discussed. The past participle can be used in a passive voice as an adjective or in the perfect tense. Let us break these so you can pick them out in a sentence. Past participle in a passive voice. You should keep in mind that all the passive voice carry the past participle. When you use the passive voice, it is easy to tell because the subject is not receiving the action. Past participles are always used with auxiliary verb be, do, have. When you write to or speak in the passive voice, let us look at some example. The boy was smacked on the head with the baseball. Boy is the subject. The manager was given a raise by the boss because he was so efficient. Manager is the subject. You see in both these sentences, the verb is past participle, and as for all the passive voice sentences are concerned, they would definitely carry or have past participle. Perfect tenses. The perfect tense is used when you describe something that has happened in the past but it has a relationship to an other time. Here are some examples. Present perfect uses has, have, and looks like this. The painters still have not finished in the bedroom. Wanda has not considered her move to Alabama very carefully. So here you can see that these two sentences belong to present perfect tense, and here we have used what? The past participle form of the verb. Participles as adjectives. Past participle can also be used like an adjective in front of a noun. The stolen baby was found by the police unharmed. Dean's broken arm was set in plaster by the doctor at the hospital. Please bring all of the required documents for your interview tomorrow. Here you can see stolen, broken, required. All are placed before the noun, baby, arm, documents respectively, and they are qualifying them. So here the past participle or past participles are used as adjective. Remember that past participles have various endings, usually ed, dot, ta, en or n. Here are some more examples. Broken window, defeated soldiers, infected wounds, painted frame, ruined villa, destroyed bridge. Here are some real life examples of past participle shaded being used as adjective. A swollen eye is God's way of telling you to improve your interpersonal skill. Here, swollen is qualifying to eye, so it is a past participle and it has been used as adjective. Before we end this lesson on participle, there is another term we should cover quickly: perfect participle. Perfect participles are formed like this: having plus past participle. Example: having taken, having eaten, having played, having completed. Some more examples of perfect participle shaded. Having heard the news, he quickly sold his brother's record collection. Having been promised a steak dinner, she looked less than impressed with her happy meal. Don't think of the perfect participle, third type of participle. It is just a commonly used structure that features a present participle having and a past participle. For example, taken, eaten, played. So students, you can have certain more uses of past participle as in the perfect continuous tense when we use have been, has been, had been, will have been, shall have been, which are also used in perfect tense, but along with them we use what? The past participle. And even in perfect tense we use the third form of the verb: will have gone, shall have gone. In conditional sentences we also use the past participle, as for example, had he come to me, I would have helped him. So these are the different uses of the past participle, and this is all for today's lecture. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz and take care.